Rochester General Hospital on lockdown, and neighbors in one East Rochester community told to shelter in place this morning due to a potential threat. Both scenes have been cleared at this hour. Early this morning, Rochester police say the FBI made them aware of a live stream video showing a suicidal male. That video initially caused concerns about the safety of those at RGH. We have team coverage of this story, including involving two scenes. Isabel Garcia is at that East Rochester community with neighbors who were told to stay inside as the area was shut down for hours. But we're going to go with Christian Garzone, who's at Rochester General Hospital first, with more on how it all started. Christian.
Well, Teresa, that online video was hours long, appearing to show a suicidal male. This, according to Lieutenant Greg Bello with the Rochester Police Department. Bello said there was a potential threat here to Rochester General Hospital. However, investigators went through the video and said while it showed a suicidal man, there was no threat here to the hospital itself. Out of caution, police remained here for a few hours. They did believe, though, he had some kind of explosive device. Police found the location of the man. He is now dead at his home in East Rochester. Isabel Garcia will have an update on that next. Back here, the lockdown ended at 9:30 this morning, and Dr. Robert Mayo with the hospital said there was no disruption to patient care. Bello talked about the coordination between federal, state, and local partners, calling this whole process smooth to keep everyone secure. He went into more detail now on the video.
There were some specific people that he mentioned within his live streaming, yes. And so in terms of an association or a relationship, that's what we're still working towards. So this only began a few hours ago as our pouring through those videos. That's all stuff as we continue to work our way through those videos, and as our investigators continue to work through any sort of association between those staff members and this person, then we'll be able to identify that and work through it later on.
And this incident remains under investigation. Live in Rochester, Christian Garzone, News 8. Teresa, right back to you in the studio.
All right, Christian, thank you. As we mentioned, we'll continue our team coverage with Isabel Garcia, who's live on DePaul Street in East Rochester. She can tell us more about the police response at the suspect's home. Isabel.
Yes, Teresa, this was a dicey situation indeed. We do know the suspect was found dead inside of the home, and the bomb squad did determine early on that there was a hazardous situation inside. And police said today, because of that extraordinary collaboration between various departments all working together, as Christian had just mentioned moments ago, they were able to take the appropriate precautions. Began as a potential threat for Rochester General Hospital quickly turned authorities to descend upon DePaul Drive in East Rochester early Tuesday morning.
The residence was connected right away, but then the process has been slowed down in trying to make sure everything is coordinated and organized and done correctly, so it takes a while for that to happen.
A perimeter was then set up beyond DePaul Drive, and a shelter-in-place order was in effect for neighbors. Through the use of drone and robot technology, authorities were able to get access to the condo-style building through a window, which is when a device was located.
I'm going to give you a general overview of what we found is a tripwire of fishing line, it appears, that's attached to a long gun pointed at the front door, and it appears to be an effort that when someone comes through the front door, it may activate the tripwire and then cause the firearm to discharge.
Jerry McGill lives on the corner of DePaul Drive and tells me he first noticed police on scene around 9 a.m. but didn't think much of it. While he's only lived in the area for a few years, the way the situation unfolded was a surprise.
Again, the only thing that we have seen in this neighborhood is the occasional sickness where an ambulance will come, maybe every once in a great while, a question mark of why are the police at this house or that house, but nothing like this, nothing out of the norm.
And again, police did confirm when they were able to make entry into that condo, they were able to confirm that there was the deceased man found inside of the home. And the medical examiner arrived here on scene a little before 1 o'clock this afternoon, and we're awaiting further details on a positive identification. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio. Reporting live in East Rochester, Isabel Garcia, News 8.
Thank you, Isabel. We're also learning today the suspect and his mother lived in that same condo building, but were not in the same residence. The mother was able to make it out of the building without any physical harm.